come in?
Yeah, please come, Akanksha.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Akanksha. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So, Akanksha, we would like you to introduce to the panel.
Sir, I'm Akansha Singh. I hail from Abhaipur village, which is situated in Ghazipur district of Uttar Pradesh. I have done my schooling from multiple Air Force schools, which fostered a sense of discipline and service in me, following which I did my MBBS from All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Patna. I then specialized in obstetrics and gynecology with masters in surgery from AIMS Patna, which completed in 2023. This is my first attempt, sir. Apart from academics, I like to play tennis and occasional debating, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity today, sir.
So, if I ask you why you are going for civil services, are you going to answer that I will use my MBBS and medical science knowledge in civil service or something else?
So, probably something else.
Okay, so what is that reason?
So, my reason is that I worked with a family in a village for 4 years during our community medicine training in MBBS. And it was then that I specifically came across a female who thought that her breast cancer was an infection. And that was the point that I realized that prevention was better than cure and how
So, don't you
multifaceted.
think you could have served better as a doctor than as a bureaucrat there?
Sir, as a doctor, I would have treated the ills of few patients. But as a bureaucrat, if I'm able to
Oh,
treat the ill of
take
the
care of
society,
cancer as a whole. All right.
yes, sir.
So you said prevention is better than cure. How right? So you have mentioned you have done some work in communicable diseases, addressing non-communicable disease. Okay,
No.
non-communicable. So my question to you is how India has rural areas especially, you have plenty of communicable diseases. I'm talking of communicable
Yes, sir.
disease. You said prevention is better than cure. Now suppose if you go to a health camp as a doctor, what are the things that you would like to tell them to prevent themselves from communicable diseases? If you can just pick up one or two diseases, take for instance malaria and say TB, two things.
Sir, my first assessment would be the current status of that area, which I'm addressing in a health camp. Second, my advice related to malaria would be first and foremost avoidance of breeding places, which means avoiding collection of water anywhere. So we have to protect ourselves from the mosquito bite.
That's
So
one.
that would be my priority. Second would be that taking healthcare access whenever you have any fever or any suspicion of developing a disease, because we can treat it. So second would be that early intervention and treatment. For tuberculosis, sir, my first focus would be addressing and telling them about the symptoms, because awareness is the most important point in tuberculosis. And second would be, sir, addressing the overcrowding effect. If I can tell them and convince them that they have to maintain distance from the patient or the
Good,
suspected,
good.
and how to treat them with the medication,
Good.
sir.
So, Kanksha, on the use of word overcrowding, I am reminded of the efforts which UP is doing. UP has literally hijacked the religious tourism from other states like Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh. And the effect of over tourism, or overcrowding, is that it affects the environment. Uttarakhand has already suffered and they are still struggling with as to how to curb tourism, right? Himachal Pradesh also has problem of over tourism. So has Kerala, and all the three are ecologically going down. Now, don't you think that if religious tourism is promoted so much, and what we saw as the aftermath of the Mahakumbh, you're a doctor, there could also be some diseases followed by the when it completes. Now, how do you think with religious tourism means overcrowding? So do you think that there should be some sustainability aspect, or the state should go overboard uh, to earn money just for getting people there?
Sir, in my opinion, it's we have to channel our religious tourism because we have fought in it. And second, sir, medicine itself has taught us integration of the traditional system. So if we are using yoga and traditional Ayurveda system, So we are somewhere going back to our roots. And sir, religious tourism also promotes it. And second, sir, sustainability is an issue. But like Mahakumbh itself, sir, they have yoga camps in it. They have healthcare centers in it. And there
No, but
definitely
you
is a
can just,
fear.
as you said, you can just have few medical yoga centers and all. Why, why, why aim to have 40 crore people in one go? Who is getting impressed with this? Maybe the economy is going up, but what is the gain to the country?
Sir, I would see that it would be reclaiming our own religious and spirituality which we have.
All right. So now I go to what is UP has announced its state budget this year, 2025.
Yes, sir.
So what is the total money that has been allocated in the budget?
Sir, it is 21 lakh crore if I can recall rupees. It is somewhere
You're not
10%
you're
increment.
not very far away. So any idea what are the thrust areas?
Sir, first is the education part and the female empowerment, for which they have announced tablets, scooty also to be given to the meritorious college students.
Good.
Second is, sir, the IT industry boost, which government is targeting with data center AI city in Lucknow.
All right. Thank you.
And
Thank you, Akansha.
So, Akanksha, you're from UP,
yes, sir.
Gazipur.
So,
Gazipur, I think Gazipur is also known for opium production.
yes, sir.
Yeah. So, opium is, can India, I mean, do we produce legally opium?
Yes, sir. It is the largest government-owned factory in the whole world, which is there in Gazipur district,
In
sir.
the Gazipur.
It is legally produced.
Okay. Now, but the illegal production of the opium is also there.
Yes, sir.
And that is used here. I think you use opium for morphine and all that,
Yes,
no?
sir.
For chemicals, for
Yes, sir.
analgesic type of thing, medicines. But then it is also used for drugs, etc., for illegal
sir.
drugs, etc. So, Akanksha, how as a district administration officer, how what you will do for illegal to check the illegal production of the poppy?
Sir, as per the government guidelines also, first would be to address the area under cultivation because it is very much specified by the government records. So first I will check how much area is under cultivation, how much production is there. And sir, as a DM also, I would like to address where it is being sold. So it can be sold, like it has been done in UP also, sir, that it is sold through government machinery. So there we can curb the illegal sale. Third would be, sir, to break the chain if there is of the illegal trafficking.
But the long part of the chain is maybe within the administrative setup.
Sir, it can be in the administrative setup, but I would believe that administration has to be neutral. And if we have to curb any illegal practices, which is the aim of the administration, and to maintain law and order, sir, my priority would be to make it neutral and effective on ground, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me something about this Prime Minister's Matru Vandana Yojana? What is Matru Vandana Yojana?
Sir, it is basically to categorize females actually according to the risk. So we have a specific day of the month, it's 9th of every month, that all the females are entitled to free visits in the clinics. There, sir, there are 3 types in which we categorize them. So preeclampsia, sir, hypertension in pregnancy is a leading cause of complications. So we give them blue tag, then red and green, sir. This helps basically for the rest of the antenatal care management of the female, sir. So it is basically to high risk category.
And what are the incentives given to the lactating mothers under this scheme?
Sir, under this scheme, lactating mothers, I will have to read because I'm not sure we are covering them to the extent we are giving
They
them.
are not covered or they are covered? Lactating mothers are covered under this scheme or not?
Under this, sir, I think they're covered in Suman initiative. I'm not sure about this scheme, sir. I will read about it.
Okay. What is your opinion about child stunting in India?
So child stunting is very evident. We have NFHS data for it. Around 40% children are suffering from it. So it is a very big issue, sir, because it actually is an indicator of chronic malnutrition. So for chronicity of malnutrition, sir, we have to address poverty and address the nutritional deficiency.
But recently there were some reports that there is some improvement. The rate of the child stunting is reduced or sort of thing, no?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Sir, as far as I can recall, they have just shown the trend because we are working towards the SDG goals.
Yeah.
But sir, we still have many districts and states in India where it is very high. So that has been taken into consideration, sir.
Your post graduation from AIMS Patna.
Sir.
Now government has opened up a lot of AIMS, you know.
Yes, sir.
Earlier there were only one or two AIMS, but now there are a number of AIMS there.
Sir.
Don't you think that opening up so much of AIMS will hamper the quality of the education?
Sir, there are 22 AIMS plus AIMS Delhi under the PMSSY scheme. Sir, being the alumni from such an institution, I believe in the character of the institution. They are basically upgrading the whole medical education standard. They are now become the centers of research and development in medical field as whole. And third, sir, we are taking decentralization approach in healthcare. We cannot have one AIMS center for the whole country. So I believe by opening so many centers, we are giving a hub and spoke model at the regional level, sir. So I think it's a good initiative, but definitely, sir, more has to be done.
My last question is about the recent meeting between this American foreign ministers and the Russian foreign ministers in Riyadh about Ukraine and all that. How do you think that if this meeting or the ensuing meeting between the two presidents of America and Russia, if it happens and it happens successfully, how it is going to affect geopolitically India?
Sir, in my opinion, that this meeting is targeting the resolution of the war as soon as possible. So if that is happening, but with the help that now Europe is being isolated, Russia and US are being seen on the same side. So that can benefit India in some way in geopolitics, sir.
How?
Because, yes, sir. First would be that we trade with Russia. We have defense relations with Russia. We depend on oil also on them.
But that we are doing, that we are taking oil from them.
Yeah.
In spite of this meeting, we are doing that.
Yes, sir. So I think we can assume that there would be lesser threat from the vocal threats from the US government. Second would be, sir, that changing in the geopolitics of Indo-Pacific as well. Because if US and Russia are coming together, somewhere I see down the line that we are focusing more on China now, countering China threat, because US is targeting resolution of all the wars everywhere. So Israel-Gaza resolution, Ukraine war resolution, and they are working in condo so that they can counter the rising threat of China, which India also sees as a threat. So we can work in coherence with these countries there. And third would be, sir, that now the straining relationship between US and Europe, we have an opening for our trade investments. We can increase our trade to Europe, to Russia also, and sir, for our defense supplies, because of this rising NATO threat, sir. Now we see Denmark has increased their defense expenditure. So there is an opening for India to rise and meet the requirements on the global stage, sir.
Good. Thank you, Akanksha.
So, Akanksha, we have seen recently that India and Bangladesh, they are going through a rough patch, and Bangladesh wants India to send back Ms. Sheikh Hasina. There are some security concerns also with respect to Bangladesh that India has. How do you think that India should react in this situation?
Sir, regarding the extradition of Ms. Sheikh Hasina, I think governments stand that we have an interim government in Bangladesh. So we should wait patiently and then engage with the newly elected government. As far as, sir, we have to stand by our allies also. So I think that we should follow the rule of law, which has been made clear that there has to be no political motivation regarding the request of extradition. Second, sir, the threat of security from Bangladesh. I do see that recently we had a meeting with Pakistani ISI agents also in the area near Chicken Corridor. So, sir, India is going down heavily on controlling our border management. We are now using increased border fencing. There is increased post deployment also, sir. And sir, yesterday only there was an engagement between BSF and the counterpart on the Bangladeshi side where we are trying to mitigate our differences. So, sir, I think we are waiting and engaging actively. So that should be our policy, sir.
All right. Akanksha, you worked on cervical cancer also.
Yes, sir.
Now, tell me, it is of course a major problem in India. What are the main obstacles in tackling this issue in India?
So for illnesses like any cancer, specifically cervical cancer as well, it is in affecting more females. And we see there is a lack of awareness and initiative taken by females for their own health, which is ingrained in our system, sir. Second is how to give them varied options, because most females have this notion that cancer means a death sentence, which is not a reality anymore. But we need more screening, more diagnosis, more treatment, which has to reach to the marginal areas, sir. The reach has to be increased. So cancer care accessibility, quality has to be increased, sir.
And how digital health can help us resolve such issues?
So digital health first is the analytical part, because data analytics can play a very big role, because we can utilize the information of the whole country to identify which are the targeted areas. Because we see pockets of cancers, sir. Like gallbladder cancer is more common in the eastern belt. Second would be, sir, using telemedicine, for example, in digital health, where we can at least talk to the patients, train the doctors who are there at PHC level, so that they can identify the warning signs and establish the referral system. Third would be, sir, new modern techniques of management. Like we see, sir, cancer management has seen newer drug therapy, there is vaccine development. So digital health can help there also, sir.
No, telemedicine you mentioned.
Yes, sir.
It is, do you think that it is that trusted technique? Because a lot of people don't trust telemedicine. They don't want to consult a doctor over line or online. They want it to be a face-to-face interaction. How do you think should we proceed with the telemedicine thing in India?
Sir, there is actually a deficit in the way, trust deficit with telemedicine, specifically because doctor-patient relationship is based on interaction. And somewhere that reduces when it is a telemedicine center. But sir, I think we have to use digital health. Telemedicine is a very great opportunity to reach the remote areas. So we have seen Project Smile in Tamil Nadu. Sir, where there was no hospital, but still they were able to screen patients using telemedicine. So I think it's a great opportunity, sir. Improvement in technique definitely has to be there, and integration has to be there.
You also mentioned about your interest in lawn tennis.
Sir.
Lawn tennis is not that famous in India as compared to the other forms of tennis. How do you think that it can be promoted in India?
So first would be addressing the sports culture itself. Because if we have increased sports culture in our country, then more people will engage in the sports. Second would be, sir, lawn tennis requires infrastructure more than other forms of games like badminton or even table tennis. So infrastructure development has to be addressed. Third would be, sir, the role models. Because in tennis, we have relatively less number of players who have succeeded on international fora. And so fourth, I think we have to somewhere assure that there is education flexibility for the players, because tennis is a very young sport. We have to enter at 10-12 years, sir. And second, have the fallback plan, because the career ends at 30 years. So we have to have an employment opportunity there. So it's a linkage which I think government should work on.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
So, Akansha, you are from Uttar Pradesh.
Sure.
Yeah. So, the newspaper and media have given the term bulldozer justice. So, what do you understand by this term, and what is your opinion related to it with reference to Uttar Pradesh?
Sir, the term bulldozer justice has been related to the rioters who have been supposedly have allegations that are involved in creating conflicts or riots in the society. So there, the government has been seen to pursue, sir, using bulldozer, demolition of illegal occupation. So, sir, that has been seen as a targeted approach, which is labeled as bulldozer justice, because it is outside of court that we are delivering justice. Sir, in my opinion, illegal occupation is wrong as per the law. But I think proper procedure should be followed as per the rule of law, which means that there has to be delivery of the notice period. We have to follow the guidelines given by Supreme Court, wherein sir, justice cannot be taken in the hands of the administration, that I believe.
Now, what is this One Nation, One Registration platform, and how will it benefit the doctors?
Sir, I believe you are asking regarding the research. Yes, sir. Sir, it is the subscription that the government is promoting, that for all the major journals on the international national level, the government will help in procuring the subscription, and individual institutions will not have to do that. So the cost reduction is there, sir. More access to the research platform is there, sir. And third, it will promote the culture of research in the country.
Okay. Now, have you heard of a PLI scheme?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, is it successful?
Sir, successful, we can definitely, I would like to believe it is successful, because now we are seeing Atmanirbharta in many fields. We have seen the rise in the exports of mobile phones, which has increased,
So,
sir.
what more can be done to improve it?
Sir, first would be widening the scheme to include more beneficiaries, because like we see now, majority of the funds are being allocated to fewer sectors. Second would be, sir, the sustainability of the program. We want the companies to stay and to manufacture, and not only to assemble, rather to add value in the country, because we are targeting creation of jobs in the sector, sir. So I believe we have seen good impact in that sector. Like for mobile phones, sir, from 8%, now we are adding value by 22%. So we are seeing progress in that, and I would like to see government do more in that field.
How artificial intelligence will impact manufacturing sector in India?
Sir, artificial intelligence will be supplementary. There is a fear that automation using the AI can replace the labor force. But sir, I believe that if we are able to skill and upskill, then it will be complementary to increase the production rather than replace, sir. So, and newer avenues will also open, sir, in manufacturing sector with AI, I think.
Now, if we talk about e-commerce, Akansha, so can you highlight the impact of e-commerce on local kirana stores as well as shopping malls, and give some ways to prevent them?
Sir, e-commerce has led to more number of gig workers. So that is one. The second would be benefit to the customers, because we get very quickly the needed substances. The threat is that there is exploitation of the gig workers, because they are not given proper security benefits. Second, to the kirana stores, sir, specifically, that now we see decrease in the trend of the local people going and purchasing on the local kirana stores. So that can affect their own market. And for the shopping malls, sir, that we see more and more shops are now getting integrated in the e-commerce system, sir. Sir, regarding the solutions, I believe that we have seen a positive trend that now the e-kirana stores are also registering themselves on the e-commerce platforms. So we have to widen the reach. Even the vendors are getting enrolled on the e-commerce. Like ONDC is a good step, sir, that it's an open source. We have more vendors and sellers there. Second would be, sir, regarding the awareness and capability building, because not everybody is trained digitally to utilize the benefit of e-commerce. So I would like to work there, sir.
You were a winner of national debate
Yes, sir.
on the population control, right? So, India's population is expected to decline in the coming 50 to 100 years. Tell me impact of declining population.
Sir, impact of declining population is multifold. First, in health sector, we see that there is more rise in the geriatric populations, and there they have a different set of diseases to cater to. Second, sir, the impact on the economy, because labor force will then start decreasing because we'll have a lesser younger population.
Okay, Akansha, my last question on your debating issue only. So the topic which I'm giving to you is uh, should uniform civil code be implemented in Uttar Pradesh? And you have to speak against it.
So can I take 10 seconds? Sure. First would be that the constitution itself provides the provision of religious freedom, and we have to respect the provision. We have to respect the freedom of religion assured to the communities. If we have a uniform civil code, you're imposing it. Second would be that it cannot be implemented on a larger scale in one go because it is not addressing the needs of the local population, which can include local tribes also. Third would be that there is a lack of proper consultation, which many people fear because many communities feel that their views are not being highlighted and it is being imposed in rather. Fourth would be, sir, that every community can be regulated by other means also. We have different laws for it. Why impose uniform civil code on them?
So thank you, Akansha. I pass on to Chairman.
Akanksha, anything in your DAP which we may have missed out and have not asked you? If you think so, I can ask one last question.
Sir, father is in Air Force.
Well, we don't discuss father or
Okay.
parents, but if you want to discuss the Air Force subject, I can ask a question. So, the Chief of the Air Staff has made a statement against HAL recently. I would like to know, does it look nice for an Air Force chief to make such statements, internal statements about another public sector undertaking? Number one. And number two, you think if the chief is right, then HAL, what kind of improvement HAL needs to do?
Sir, the Air Chief Marshal AP Singh, sir, had publicly not exactly said it. He said it while communicating with the staff, but it was caught on camera. Sir, he has expressed because there is a national security concern. And we see the enormous problem of rising China. And we have to assure that there is proper security measures taken. So, sir, it is probably more of frustration which is getting channeled through the public statements by the chief, sir. If I believe that should it be expressed on a platform, sir, I think that communication has to begin. I'm sure that he must have talked to the CDS and other defense ministry also, sir, and he's highlighting it so that more concerted efforts can be taken. Second, sir, what reforms can HAL do? Sir, first would be raising the production capability itself. If the production is low, we cannot completely depend on it because we do have unstable neighbors. So, sir, we have to address and live up to the challenge. Second, sir, roping in the private sector because they can help in increasing the production, which HAL is currently not doing. So, I think that this will bring in the much needed reform, sir.
Mhm. All right. So, Akanksha, we are now over with the interview.
Yes,
We
sir.
will ask you to be in the next room for some time.
Yes, sir.
We'll call you again in another 2 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Please come. Please sit down. So, Akanksha, how was your performance today?
Not so good.
Why? Why not so good?
I didn't speak well on many questions.
Okay. So, can you identify any one such occasion where you think you could improve? Just to streamline and maybe focus more on that area.
Sir, directly hitting the question demand because
You
sir,
are not doing it.
sir, in many questions, I think later on I came to the point which should have been addressed earlier.
True. Very true. So, well, I don't want to pester you much further. So, Akaksha, you are very promising. You know, when you started off with your knowledge, with your energy, with your everything, we were thinking of claiming you to be the the highest category marks that we can give. You have that material. But because of two, three, four things which are all controllable, and they are one, of course, is what you have mentioned. You have a tendency to go around the subject first, explain what it is. There was no need to explain what is bulldozer justice. But what happens, Akanksha, is your mind was actually taking time. It was a reflex. It was not deliberate. आप आंसर ढूंढने के लिए आप पहले आपने वो जो चीज आती थी वो बताना शुरू कर दी सो दैट यू कैन टेक अ स्टैंड, राइट?
Yes, sir.
सो उस चक्कर में क्या होता है, बेटर ऑप्शन क्या होगा? टेक अ पॉज, डोंट अटर एनीथिंग, बिकॉज व्हेन यू डिस्क्राइब बुलडोजर जस्टिस यू आर लॉस्ट. आप समझा नहीं पाई, अच्छे से नहीं समझा पाई कुछ, और उसको लंबा होता गया, तो वो जो मेन क्वेश्चन है वो तो पीछे चला गया. फिर आपने कुछ समय के बाद कहा कि सर माय स्टैंड इज, या आई ऑफ द ओपिनियन. व्हाई कांट यू जस्ट पॉज, presume that the person who has asked knows about bulldozer justice, unless asks you what is bulldozer justice, है ना? तो वो आप एकदम शुरू करें. टेक अ पॉज. जो चीज आप बोलते हुए सोच रही हैं उससे अच्छा ये नहीं है कि आप चुप रह के सोचें, माइंड ज्यादा वर्क करेगा. तो वो करके, सर, in my opinion, bulldozer justice could have been avoided. The best course would be to give prior notice, as the Honorable Supreme Court has also underlined and given guidelines. So anything which is done away from the guidelines, I am not supporting it. And if it has been done like that, by UP government, it should not be done. A diplomatic answer.
Yes.
So, straight away. Coming quickly to other points, because since we need to guide you, क्योंकि आप बहुत promising हैं, हमें आप में एक future civil servant इसी साल दिख रहा है बनता हुआ. पहला attempt है आपका, you have got into that stage. So, आकांक्षा, बजट का तुमने जो बताया थोड़ा देख लेना, बाकी चीजें आपने सही बताई, वो रानी लक्ष्मीबाई स्कूटी योजना एंड ऑल, वो सब पता था, दैट मीन्स यू हैड रेड इट, बट फिगर गलत थी. तो इतना इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है, पढ़ना होना काफी जरूरी है ना? तो 8 लाख करोड़ है, करीब 8.08 लाख करोड़, 23-21 नहीं है, तो वो 10 करेक्शन ही है. देन दूसरा आपका जो थोड़ा सा मेन वो है कि आपसे मैंने ये पूछा रिगार्डिंग रिलीजियस, उसका मैंने ओवर टूरिज्म का पूछा. नाउ द पैनल में मेंबर में प्रोवोक यू टू द एक्सट्रीम, ठीक है, लेकिन आपको जरूरी नहीं है कि आप उस एक्सट्रीम वाले प्रोवोकेशन से बिल्कुल दूसरे एक्सट्रीम में चली जाओ. You can search some place somewhere in between.
Yes.
Now, over tourism is an issue which is universal. So I wish you had said, ki, sir, on one hand, religious tourism certainly is the strength of India, being a spiritual country, religious country, all through the 5,000 years and all. However, in the light of the drawbacks, or maybe the problems of over tourism, which we are seeing in many other places, whether UP government or any other government has to be very careful about how to regulate, how to make the system sustainable, because it does affect the environment. Whenever there are more footfalls, much more than the carrying capacity of a place. It is so simple. I mean, it is prudent. कोई मानेगा आपके घर में 10 आदमी मेहमान एक साथ आ जाए और आप लोग 4 लोग हो, कोई नीचे सोएगा, कोई चारपाई के इधर सोएगा, कोई वहाँ, अरे हम सब ठीक है, बहुत अच्छे हैं, वी आर वेरी हैप्पी, द होल सिस्टम विल गो haywire. Is it not? So overcrowding more than carrying capacity is always. So थोड़ा सा भी अगर आप बीच में लाइन, मिडिल लाइन ले लेती हैं तो थोड़ा बैलेंस भी हो जाता है. डोंट बी सो पैशनेट अबाउट, बी पैशनेट अबाउट द करेक्टनेस ऑफ द व्यू, करेक्टनेस ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट, द इशू. सच और गलत और सही के बीच में तोलो. यूपी और केंद्र के बीच में और यूपी और गवर्नमेंट के बीच में झूल जाओ कि भाई मैं कैसे यूपी का अगेंस्ट करूं, उस चक्कर में रहोगी तो सिविल सर्वेंट वाला आपका एटीट्यूड नहीं निकल के आएगा. आप समझे? तो कोर्ट्स भी तो करता ही है ना.
Yes, sir.
बुलडोजर जस्टिस पे लगा दिया तो कहीं ना कहीं गलत थी सरकार, तभी लगाया. सो इसलिए आप अभी की सरकार में भी नहीं हो. सो यू मस्ट टेक अ व्यू विच इज बैलेंस्ड. Anything which goes against the human values, anything which goes against the rule of law, the constitution, the people's benefit, the environment benefit, this planet Earth, whatever, you have to recognize that. Right? तो ये दूसरी चीज थी उसमें. और बाकी आपका जो मैंने आपको बता दिया, बैकग्राउंड आप बहुत ज़्यादा बताती हैं, स्ट्रक्चर्ड करिए थोड़ा सा, और थोड़ा लेंदी हैं आप, एक्सप्लेनेशन के मूड में हो ज़्यादा, जैसे आप समझा रही हो किसी को. यू शुड जस्ट टेल, नॉट एक्सप्लेन. राइट? सो ये डिफरेंस बड़ा मुश्किल है, आई कांट डिफाइन इट. बस बताइए आप, एक्सप्लेन मत करिए, एग्जाम्पल्स मत दीजिए. ठीक है? जस्ट सी द टोन, यू नो हाउ यू वर एक्सप्रेसिंग थिंग्स. सो दीज आर फ्यू इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स जो आपके बहुत अच्छे परफॉर्मेंस में बाधा क्रिएट कर सकता है. ठीक है ना? इन सब पे काबू पाना कोई मुश्किल नहीं है, बिकॉज दीज आर ऑल डूएबल थिंग्स, बिकॉज नॉलेज इज वेरी गुड. आपकी नॉलेज बहुत अच्छी है. ठीक है ना? That's all.
So, Akanksha, you are very good candidate. You are very, very bright candidate. And at the cost of repetition, what Chairman sir was telling you, I will also emphasize on the same thing. A lot of, I mean, you are coming to the main point after a long time, that is this circumlocution. We call it circumlocutory attitude actually. So this circumlocution is not good. You come there. So like you answered very well about the international issue about this Trump and Putin meeting, etc., etc. You answered very well. But it could have been very concise actually. You could have said, sir, yeah, that will affect India. To begin with, it will counter China. Next, sir, it will help us ease with our business in Russia, right? So, and then, sir, furthermore, sir, we will have a very neat and clean issues with America also without thinking of anything else. Or fourth, sir, or last, sir, we will have we can have good avenues opened up with the European Union also. That's all.
Yes.
These 4 points, you told these 4 points, but you came to these 4 points after a long journey actually. So avoid those long journey. That is the only thing I also suggest you. You are a very good candidate. Your knowledge is very good. So please avoid these longish answers.
Yes.
Be pointed, one to begin with, or firstly, or something like that. Next, furthermore, lastly, or something like that.
Yes.
That's from my side. Okay?
Yes.
You'll do very well. If you control this thing, that debating tinge should not be there in your, when you talk, when you are interacting, there is a debating, as if I am, listening some debate or sort of thing. So that tinge should not be there. It should be an interaction sort of thing. These two things you control, and you are going to get extremely good marks, I tell you. You are very promising candidate. All the best.
So Akanksha has already mentioned that you are a very bright candidate. Again, concise and balance. These two things will help you in a great way. Now it's on 6th March that your personality test is there. So be up to date with the current affairs, even of the same day, right? Rest all is already covered. All the best.
आकांक्षा, वेरी गुड कम्युनिकेशन, वेरी गुड पर्सनालिटी. आकांक्षा, आप में पोटेंशियल है 70% से ऊपर स्कोर करने का. ठीक है, अब आपके साथ जो प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, यू हैव डन वेरी गुड. बट आपको इम्प्रूव करने के लिए और बता रहे हैं जो प्रॉब्लम आ रही है वो है प्रॉब्लम ऑफ प्लेंटी, विच इज अ गुड प्रॉब्लम टू हैव। बाकी के साथ प्रॉब्लम क्या होती है? लैक ऑफ नॉलेज। आपके बहुत फ्लो में पॉइंट्स आ रहे हैं, 1 2 3 4, इट्स वेरी गुड, बट एक एग्जाम्पल के साथ मैं आपको इशू समझा देता हूं। मेरा क्वेश्चन था इम्पैक्ट ऑफ ई कॉमर्स ऑन लोकल किराना स्टोर्स। आपने क्या किया? ई कॉमर्स समझाया, ई कॉमर्स के बेनिफिट समझाए, गिग वर्कर्स पता नहीं क्यों आ गए। जब सब खत्म हो गया उसके बाद फिर आप आए कमिंग टू किराना स्टोर्स लास्ट में। तो हुआ क्या?
Yes.
इससे लेंथी हो गया। मेरे पास 3 क्वेश्चन और लिखे हुए हैं बट टाइम ओवर हो गया, तो वी वर डिप्राइव्ड कि आपको और टेस्ट नहीं कर पाए। आप इसका साइड इफेक्ट देख रहे हैं?
हाँ.
क्योंकि टाइम तो लिमिटेड होता है 25-30 मिनट्स।
Yes.
तो ये चीज आप स्ट्रेट अवे पॉइंट पे आ जाओ, एकदम स्ट्रेट अवे। इट विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट एंड इट विल इंक्रीज योर मार्क्स। बस आपको ये चीज आपको सही करनी है,
Yes.
अदरवाइज यू हैव डन वेरी वेल। विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट।
आकांक्षा, एनी क्वेश्चंस? सो आकांक्षा, एक वाइस सिविल सर्विसेज का भी आपका जवाब थोड़ा रिफ्रेम कर देना। आपने एक कैंसर, एक इंसिडेंट से मत जोड़ो उसको। इसको समराइज, वही जो आपकी अप्रोच है ना, लंबा करना, इसको आप समराइज। सर, ड्यूरिंग माय मेडिकल, जो भी आप इंटर्नशिप था या जो भी था, इतना कर दो सर। ड्यूरिंग आवर मेडिकल इंटर्नशिप आई रियलाइज दैट if I become a civil servant, I will be able to help eradicate the root cause through, government interventions, through policy, good policies, whether medical or whether. So, आपको awakening तो medical से हुई थी, but you can apply to all. ठीक है?
Yes.
तो बजाय इसके कि कैंसर, और कैंसर के लिए ऐसा लगा जैसे आप ब्यूरोक्रेसी इसमें आ रही है, सिविल सर्वेंट केवल कैंसर के ट्रीटमेंट सही हो जाए उसके लिए। मेक इट वेरी वाइड, ब्रॉड बेस्ड। यू कैन से कि सर मुझे उससे एहसास हुआ कि सिविल सर्वेंट हैज मेट बेटर रीच, ही हैज मोर kind of, he's more empowered to help people than a medical science person, something like that.
Yes.
ठीक है? और बाकी और चीज़ें जो सिविल सर्विस की अच्छी चीज़ें वो बताएं। सो यू जस्ट नीड स्ट्रक्चरिंग, और जहाँ जहाँ ज़रूरत हो ना आकांक्षा, आप प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए इन आंसर्स को लिख सकती हो।
Yes.
कितने क्वेश्चंस हैं जो आपके रिपीट होंगे, यही वाले कुछ और यूपी के आप 15 क्वेश्चंस बना लो, और प्लेंटी वाली प्रॉब्लम ना हो उसके लिए 4 पॉइंट लिख लो केवल, जो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है। याद भी होता जाएगा,
Yes.
और बाद में उसको जब आप रिवाइज करोगी तो एकदम से इंटरव्यू के टाइम एकदम निकल के आएगा, विंडो खुली होगी।
Yes,
ठीक है ना? जस्ट एक तरीका बता रहे हैं हम आपको, ये ज़रूरी नहीं यू आर इतनी मुश्किल एग्जाम आपने पास किया है मेडिकल का। सो वी हैव लॉट्स ऑफ होप्स आकांक्षा फ्रॉम यू। वी आर ऑफ द व्यू दैट फर्स्ट अटेम्प्टर जो है, अगर इंटरव्यू तक पहुंच जाता है तो वो फिर रोक नहीं सकता उसको कोई। ठीक है?
Sure.
उसी जज्बे के साथ जाओ,
Yes.
and you will see your name on the list. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All the best to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank